Hey, living in Boulder vlog. Just got up. It's 8:45, January 30th, 2020, Thursday. I set my alarm for 6, but I don't I don't think I got any sleep last night. I was just laying here all night long. So, I think the best thing that's going to help me with my insomnia is just to train my ass off, just exercise my brains out. Um because I didn't do any. Well, I did exercise. I guess I said yesterday. I didn't do any like actual sports yesterday. I spent the entire day cleaning my house. And I was busy all day. Um, because this is stuff that I hadn't done in forever, like sweep and clean my wood floor for the first time in forever, and bathroom, toilet, and what else? Scrubbing all of the uh, all the cabinets, and yeah, just took forever. And then organizing my room, figuring out where my stuff is, and yeah, so it just took me forever. And oh, and then I had to back up stuff on my computer and uh, make sure that my main file of Rome was filled up. I put all of my for the city of Rome. I put all of the updated regions on there. So on my Google Earth. Um, and then I went to back up everything, make sure everything is backed up on all of my like memory sticks and hard drives. And so by the time I was kind of wrapping that up, that's when my mom came over and took my roommate and I and her friend over to the Southern Sun, and I got some nachos. I think that's the only thing that I ate yesterday. I got up and I think I had a protein drink for breakfast, and then I didn't eat anything until I went to the restaurant, and then I shared nachos with my roommate, and and I had 2 beers. So that's all I ate yesterday, and then I came home and I wanted my mom to get me a third beer, but it was too late. She didn't want to, so I came in and got a apple cider alcoholic drink. I don't know if that made me any more buzzed though. And that's when I finished up, backing stuff up on my computer and got to sleep. I was kind of, I didn't like commit myself to lying down until like 10 o'clock. But yeah, but then I had insomnia, so it's 8:30 now. So the only thing I can do to make it so that I can sleep is just to exhaust myself physically throughout the day. This is a kind of a pretty big change that I'm making in my life. Physically, like my body, is used to just being up. I'm up when I was working on my website, I was just up as long as I was up, and then when I fell asleep, I'd fall asleep. But I usually tended towards the nighttime when I was up, and um, I yeah, but I want to be a diurnalist, so I remember when I went the last time I was like exercising back in 2010. I went bike touring for 6 months, and I remember after I was riding. I mean, you ride until it gets dark, and then you lie down, and I wasn't having problems sleeping then. So, what I'm gonna do today is get on that swim machine, and I think the longest that I did on that was 4K. Um, oh, it was good, by the way, that I took a day off yesterday, though, because working and cleaning all day long, that was pretty much exercise for me. I was pretty tired, and I was pretty blown out from before, and I hadn't had a full day off since I started. It hadn't been that long. It's only been a couple of weeks. I'll have to look back in my like Strava and see. But So today I'm going to, yeah, it's just try to do the swim machine. I do have a pool, like a heated pool, just couple like couple 100 feet that way. But oh, and then the gym, another few 100 feet that way. I have two pools I can do in, but I don't want to. I want to have more experience with this thing. Plus, I can watch stuff on YouTube while I do the swimmer. It's just like with the bike machine. So let's see here. Let's do. I 4 was the most that I've ever done on that thing. So maybe I should crank it up. Do 5 kilometers on the swim machine. Maybe in. I think I'll do two. I'll do it in groups of 2 kilometers. So I'll do 2 kilometers, and then I'll stretch for a half hour, and then I'll do 2 kilometers, and then if I feel like riding, I'll ride 50 miles, and I'll just do that until about 8 at night, and then I'll go to sleep. So I'm not very strong right now, so I'll probably only be able to swim about 5 kilometers on that thing, and then ride about 56 miles. But if I decide not to ride at all, maybe I could do about 10 kilometers on it. That's about the right way to put it. I'm not in the mood to listen to any audiobooks, although it'll come pretty soon. I was watching the hearing trial for about 3 hours yesterday. That was interesting. It's pretty pathetic. The impression I got, I mean, without talking about the details of what they're saying, just the general impression is that those guys, those Republicans defending the president, they're doing it to because they feel like it's their job because they're Republicans themselves and because they want to, how lawyers think. You're a prosecutor, defenders, lawyers defend people even if they think they're guilty because that's their job. They're the defender, and so maybe they're feeling like they're doing their job. But when you hear them talk, they seem really sad and deflated. Even Mitch McConnell, like it's a lost cause. So I'm hoping that maybe they'll wake up and smell the coffee and kick the president out. I think it's a possibility. Everybody says it's not a possibility, but sometimes people think differently when the pressure's on and it comes time to act and they suddenly change their minds. And I'm hoping that's what'll happen because they'll just think about their legacy, and that everything that they say will get saved on the internet forever, and they don't want to make their grandchildren embarrassed for them, stuff like that. So okay, talking long enough. Yeah, talk to you tomorrow, and so when I will have swum 5K and ridden 56 miles, or else I have just swum 10K but done lots of stretching. Stretching is important for me now. All right, talk to you tomorrow.